Hi, everybody. It is Saturday, March 11th. Yeah, and I'm still around, still on the fight. Um, if you haven't sort of figured it out by now, um, we are in a spiritual classroom. You can call it a matrix. It's whatever way it takes for you to sort of wrap your head around it. It is really, it's kind of complicated, and but at the same time, I'm always trying to simplify it, and I'm just trying to convey how I remember uh, coming into this physical reality, how things work, and try to explain it to sort of help guide people through this as we get out of it. But because it's a spiritual classroom, um, uh, we have guides, tutors, or teachers, better way to explain it. But normally, it's hands-off approach is what they do. Is they let us come up with our own solutions to solve these problems because this is part of the learning experience, and they know that we have that power in us to do it. We have that because we have source on tap, sort of, in all of us. So we have the power to do this, but we we kind of uh, purposely uh, separate ourselves from that. Um, just in these physical bodies. So to simplify things, to explain kind of what we're going through right now is I call it grade 4 because on Earth, as far as I remember and how I've been learning, relearning again, is it's got 5 levels. It's like a 5 level of frequencies, and like I've explained it before, it's like AM radio, FM, UFM, whatever. Just uh, they're all sort of separated by frequencies, but they all kind of exist in the same um, reality. Okay, I'm trying to simplify it as usual to make it easy to understand. But we're going through a stage right now where our teachers have realized that we need help to get out of this problem. So they're still letting us do the most of the work, sort of, and they're really helping out a lot. And what they've decided to do was the more important thing for them is spiritual lessons rather than physical lessons. So it's not about us getting, silver and gold and nice cars and stuff like this. Those physical things are kind of almost traps. You have to be careful of that. They're just toys and things, just like the things I create or use and buy and things. They're all just things to experience this physical reality, but they don't really have any serious meaning because like we come into these realms with nothing and we leave with nothing. The only thing we have is experiences, and I've explained that before. So our teachers and our guides know that. So what they've decided to do is help us out of this by deconstructing it, sort of backing it off slowly, um, because it took a long time for us to get into this situation we're in, the trouble that we're in, and they know it's not our fault. They were hoping we could have the strength to fight it off, which a lot of us did, but in reality, it's like one we go all. We're all going to be graduating to grade 5. Um, whether we do that in these physical avatars, that's what's kind of going on right lately. Is I know this is kind of hard to explain, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Is so we're basically in grade 4, which is the 4th level of. It's almost like a half step between the frequencies of like of AM and FM. So things get kind of blurry as we go through it, but we're slowly trying to undo what has happened to us. In other words, we're taking back control from the controllers because we've been controlled and messed with. We've been really messed with badly. So we're getting out of it. They're helping us sort of figure it out ourselves as well. But they are really helping us from outside this realm. Let me put it this way, sort of, and off planet. So they, like I said, they decided to do it slowly, which is definitely too slow for most of us. But over this year, it's going to be slowly revealed because keep in mind, this reality is linked. It is literally attached to our consciousness. So our controllers have made us get into this trouble that we're in through manipulating our consciousness and our thought, mostly through our thoughts. They've been basically messing with mostly our avatars, these physical bodies. Because I think deep down inside we understand as a spiritual person, your spirit inside these bodies, what's right and what's wrong and what direction we should take. But we keep getting messed with. And then because it's a collaboration, this world is basically when all of our consciousness agree to go forward with something, it manifests into a physical reality. I'm trying to explain this as simple as I can. So they're backing us out of that as well. So they're basically trying to undo. But again, they're more concerned with our spiritual growth rather than our physical growth. So it's not as if we're going to just change everything physically overnight. That's gonna come. Things are going to get really strange because what they do is these classrooms are seamless. Like whether we do a time shift or a parallel reality shift, if you're in here, they make it seamless. So it's like I said, it is kind of like an energetic holodeck, and we create these physical realities in that realm, and that's where we are right now. So that's why it's important for all of us to think positive to manifest a positive future. And after a while, you can get really good at it. That's kind of, in a sense, the spiritual part of the growth process. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna try to explain as much as I can. I know as this year goes forward, I'll be able to speak more openly and try to explain this. Believe me, I'll use charts and drawings and stuff like that, and better explanations of how I know how this reality works. But for now, I'm just trying to simplify as much as possible so we can get through this, because it does get complicated, I gotta admit. But the whole gist of it is we're getting out of this problem, and with a lot of guidance. And yes, we have to wake up the normies to make sure that it's like, hello. I mean, they don't really have a clue. Well, some of them are starting to get a clue now. But that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to be unraveling that. So in other words, all the brainwashing, all that, and we'll finally get to sort of wake up to that. And the reason why everything is coming to a head right now is because these cycles of us going through these classrooms, this one was supposed to be finished by now, but we've extended it out, and like that was like, we call it 3D, but it's basically a grade 3 class. We're going from grade 3, we're going through grade 4 right now. We're doing a really, really quick one because we should have been out of this, and then we're going to go to grade 5. Now, grade 5 is where people are, the best way for me to explain there is that they're finally up to speed. We get, okay, we are just a small little fractal in the universe waking up to a new level of spiritual awareness, which is We get to play amongst the stars, that type of thing. It's becomes a sort of a whole new reality. Normally, like I said, these classes are slowly. We do slow progress, and then we get to that certain stage, and then we're at new enlightenment, sort of, and responsibility to be able to be aware of a larger universe, things like that. Normally, that happens naturally, but like I said, the ones that have taken control of us, they, yeah, they were just using us. They've been farming us, so we're getting out of that. So anyway, yeah, just as far as a quick update is concerned, is like don't be too concerned about how slow this thing unravels. I keep getting same messages over and over again. It's like things are working out really, really well on that front, and just if we can just hang in there, we're gonna make it. No matter what, everybody's graduating and everybody's going to 5D anyway. But it's about spiritual awareness and growth while we're getting there. So anyway, that's the simplest way I could put it for now. But yep, things are going really good still. I'm yeah, I'm starting to plan some things in the 5D world already. I'm sort of making some plans to what I'm going to be doing, teaching and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm at this point. So yeah, that's all I can talk about for today, and I'll try to do an update near the end of this month or something. But things are going forward. Things are working out well, so don't worry about it too much. Okay, stay positive.